This podcast documentary carries extremely sensitive details throughout. Listeners' discretion is strongly advised.
Most of the people in this story lived mere meters from one another. Some witnessed each other grow from toddlers to adventurous young men. Some chose a dark path. Others hide their face to reveal the truth. What if we told you this is a story of grave injustice? That men should not just be another statistic. That they danced, they studied, they dreamt. Will you say, I've heard this one before? In a country police say has an average of 50 to 70 murders a day. All this bloodshed, for what? For their demise in Daveyton? My name's Graeme Raubenheimer. This is episode 1 of the Daveyton Muti Murders, a special 3-part podcast series brought to you by News 24. This story starts with a young man who loved to dance.
Like music, because I was doing Zulu dance. They called it Indlamu Gita. So it was good there. So in Zulu dance it was very, very good. I was liking music. That we called it Maskandi music. Yeah. In Guaso, yeah.
Daveyton resident Ndeni Mntungwa says in the mid-2010s his son Jabulani excelled in high school in the rural town of Retief, or eMkhondo as it's known today.
He was good on mathematics and in physics. I remember mathematics, he passed mathematics, if I remember it was 85%.
Wow.
Yeah. In physics, it was 72%, yeah. I remember his certificate, yeah. So he was a promising guy. He was good in school.
Ndeni says all was well until 2014, when Jabulani's mother Msimango died, leaving him in the countryside alone.
He wasn't alright, but that's why I called him that must come closer to me. It's whereby he's starting feeling that, at least I've got a father here around me. So it was getting to be alright, you see, because he was coping at school. I thought maybe in school it would give them a problem, but no, he's just coping at school very well. So I've seen that now. He's getting used to it now that his mother is no more around. So because I sit down with him, that guy, my boy, life is like that. So we have to accept what is happening to your mother, but we have to focus. We have to go forward. Life must go on. He said, yes, Dad, you are right. Life must go on. Have to go on. So I said, please focus what you are doing here, because we are here for school. After school, then we have to look for a job so that we can be a man one day.
Despite his loss, Jabulani aced his matric before following his father and Ndeni to their family home and the bright lights of Greater Gauteng.
He was very, very excited to come in Joburg here, because it was the first time here. He came here. He said, now I'm here in Joburg and I am looking for a good pastures, green pastures, and then I have to study hard so that I can be on myself one day.
What did you want to study?
Because he was doing market management. So he said if he finish that one, he will see if he's not getting job, he'll go further. But you'll see after this one, after you get this certificate.
Daveyton, Ekurhuleni, or Gauteng's East Rand, is steeped in history. Established in the mid-1950s in what the early apartheid government called the model township to lure people away from the apex informal settlement, which was on the other side of Benoni, Eskom today calls Daveyton Vuta, the country's first township to get electricity. It's among the first areas to have its own train line and a black members golf club in 1965. In the mid-80s, Daveyton, like most other places in South Africa, was engulfed in the state of emergency, and later it was the scene of a massacre in 1991. Did you know this place birthed the late Kwaito legend Lebo Motosa and, according to locals, the half-loaf street food Quarter? In fact, its streets are immortalized in the 1993 Danny Glover movie Bopa.
They'll beat you and torture you and push you to the point where you think you're dead.
And the local hit drama Yizo Yizo on SABC1.
Remember, Miss Ndeni, you're a temporary teacher here. Don't step on too many toes.
We catch up with Brian Dubazana, a passionate local tour guide.
Sarafina was born in Daveyton by Mbongeni Ngema and Xoliswa Nduneni Ngema. So we have a Sarafina house and then we have a Sarafina House 2 here in Daveyton. So there's a footprint of Sarafina, which is an international play and an international movie. And then there's also Woza Albert, done by Mbongeni Ngema, Pesimtwa, and this other white guy, Pani Spear or something, yes. So it was the three of them. So Woza Albert is also an international play.
So as you come through into Daveyton now, it's a very old school sort of entrance, cylindrical domes. Kids are jumping on the top of them. People are out for the day. That's me changing gears. I promise you I'm driving hands-free. So we're going to like the far stretches of Daveyton, which is an area called Yende, or Yende Park, where some of the taverns are found. We meet Jabulani's father Ndeni in their cozy family home. We draw the curtains, assemble our bulky recording gear, and pause to check our audio levels. In this very moment, we could hear the geyser rumble and the toilet perpetually fill itself up. We hit record. Ndeni tells me he remembers telling Jabulani that he was no longer living in a small Mpumalanga town.
In rural areas, sometimes when you are in one place, let's say it's Mntungwa's place, everybody Mntungwa there. So we are family. We are close family at one place, you see. It's not like here in Daveyton, because different people. Xhosa, Zulu, it's mixed here. So in Piet there where we are living, it's only Zulu. Strictly Zulu that side. If not Mntungwa, it's a cousin, something like that. Yeah, so that's how we grew there in Piet. Teach him that in Daveyton, you cannot live life like this. You have to accept this guy is like this. And you have to learn all this language. They keep it slowly but surely. One day you'll understand some other languages, not only Zulu or English.
Nonetheless, Jabulani soon found his way around, making friends during his first year studying marketing management at Springs College, and again, clinching top marks.
Jabulani was a boy like other boys. Like on weekends, you're not going to school. He can go around and see the other guys, like the other guy that we called Wandile. So they were friends, they were close friends, those guys. Wandile, and also you teach him that you and Daveyton were living like this and this and this. So we were here because we know Andile before, that no, he's on good hands. So sometimes if they go there to the park and sit there, you know the guys, sometimes they can drink those few drinks or beers, yeah.
By mid-2017, Jabulani was no longer considered a freshman, nor was he a stranger to Daveyton. Ndeni's nephew, Ronni is a close friend. He's a housemate, a confidant. He's also Jabulani's cousin. And one payday weekend in August 2017, he offered to get Jabulani's mind off his studies.
I got paid on the 25th. So, you know, the Daveyton story that you're drinking a lot. I was with Jabulani on a Sunday. He wanted me to help him with his assignment, marketing assignment. So I told him, you know what, we're going to do that. But first, let's start somewhere. So I took him out, and then we had fun. And then I felt like, you know what, let me leave him here, and then let me go somewhere. I went to Whiteville. And then I came back around 7, 8 in the afternoon.
Ronni decided to leave his cousin with a friend. He returned to the house later that Sunday evening, but there was no sign of Jabulani. Ronni fell asleep. And that Monday morning, like any Monday morning, Ndeni routinely checked in on his son before work and Jabulani's lectures.
I came here in the morning to give Jabulani money for transport to go to Springs College. I knocked there at the door. Jabulani, where's Jabulani? That guy, he said Jabulani didn't come yesterday, didn't come tonight. I said to my surprise, because it's the first time Jabulani didn't sleep here at home. I said, okay, fine. When he comes here, we'll give him this money for transport to go to Springs College.
But Ndeni left for work puzzled by his son's whereabouts, whilst cousin Ronni says he woke up with a hangover and decided to ditch the office for the day.
I had this guilty conscience of not going to work, number one. And then when he came here, it was around 10, 11, somewhere there. And we went out to the shop, like I went to buy some energy drink.
Ronni recalls the young man, whom we're calling John in this story, hurrying to the house.
So when he came here, he told me, Kotman, there's something that happened in the park, so you need to come and see this.
On Monday, the 28th of August 2017, a cattle herder's barking dogs alerted him to the body of a young man in Daveyton's Yende Park, just meters away from the nearest homes.
I just went straight to my phone. I called my uncle because I didn't want him to get so devastated. I didn't tell him. I just asked him to come straight home.
When I came here at home, I found nobody. Guys, where are you? I said we can go there to the park.
Because the day before, we actually laughing about his socks that he wore. And then when I saw them there, I saw it was him. But then you see, when you see the community there, you just realize that, and your adrenaline just goes off.
When I go there to the park, I've seen a red tape, danger tape, the police. I just with the Japan didn't come yesterday at home. Didn't sleep at home. When I go straight there, he's lying there. I just opened that blanket.
Yeah, and I fainted a little bit. I woke up and I identified the body because they waited for me to wake up. And then I identified the body, which, this is my brother, this is my cousin. I'm staying with him.
My son. When I just asked, what happened? No one answered. I was confused, actually. I was very, very confused. Why my son? What happened to my son like this?
And that was the saddest moment that I endured in my entire life. I still can't feel, this is very deep.
According to the National Prosecuting Authority, 20-year-old Jabulani Mntungwa suffered a stab wound to his neck. His pants removed.
Actually, I was dizzy when I saw my son lying like that, because
Jabulani's genitals were severed.
When I saw Jabulani that, I didn't realize that his part was off. I just see on the face, that was my son. When they told me later that no, his private part also, they just cut it and put it down there. I started to be, I don't know, I was crazy of what. I swear, but I realized that.
His private parts lay next to his body in a swampy, wetland part of the neighborhood park.
They are using my son for muti. They call it Ukutwala, whatever.
The family says Jabulani suffered additional injuries, but neither the police nor prosecutors make any mention of this in their official records supplied to News 24. Nearby resident Sydney Jasop says curious neighbours streamed to survey the murder scene in Yende Park.
People did talk about that and said this man was murdered and the private parts were removed and so on, and his throat was slit open and so on. And everybody was shocked that this guy is not a problematic person, you know. So it was very shocking to me that a very quiet someone, whether he drinks or does what, can be murdered in such a manner. It was very bad.
What usually happens is that people would go missing from a community, only to find that certain body parts have been mutilated.
We've spoken to traditional healer Mpedi, who explains to us the dark side of this practice from a church she's running in Soweto's Orlando West.
Body parts have been mutilated for the purpose of blood money rituals. So, for example, this is where the genitals would be cut off, the hands, the feet, and then these are used for those specific rituals that are supposed to bring in money.
At Daveyton police station, Ndeni says he went through the motions with the on-duty policeman.
When I arrived at police station, okay, he asked me those questions, is it your son, whatever? Yeah, I told him that's my son, like this and that, what. He was at school, what, everything. That guy, he told me straight in my eyes that, I think what is best for you, you better go to the Sangomas. Is the one, maybe they can help you. That's a policeman that told me like that I must go to the Sangoma. Which means they failed to do their job.
Almost hopeless, and Ndeni turned to Ronni for plan B.
We came back. We still didn't even understand what happened. But we thought maybe the police were going to help.
Ronni says he was again approached by John, the young man who alerted him to Jabulani's body in Yende Park, and John revealed to him that he was smoking dacha in the vicinity the night before.
He said to me, some other day, he said to me, you know what, I saw coming from this side at these hours of the night, because I was smoking Zol. The boy couldn't smoke Zol in his home because his mom was, you know. As soon as he told me that he was involved, I thought, you know what, let me just take these matters to myself. But I spoke to my uncle first, and my brother, there's my other brother as well. And he said, you know what, it's not going to help you. You're just going to make things worse. Even the police won't work with it because they're going to just concentrate on you. I thought, you know what, let me leave it. Let's see if justice can prevail.
In the days following Jabulani's murder, his family told News 24 that 2 men of interest were questioned by the police but soon released. In its official response to News 24, the South African Police Service, or SAPS, makes no mention of this. But these people of interest and Ndeni apparently stayed in the very same street, just meters from one another in Daveyton.
So I used to saw those guys almost every day. So sometimes when I see them both, we come across here. They give me beef, those people. You see, you can see that they are talking inside, but they can't say nothing to me. So when I see those guys, even today, I can't feel well because my son is gone.
For various reasons, News 24 is not naming these individuals, as according to the official records supplied to us, they've not been arrested, nor were they summoned to appear in a court of law in connection with Jabulani's murder. Ronni claims his brother even confronted whom they believed was the main suspect, a man whom we're calling Mthwakazi in the story, among the people of interest questioned in connection with Jabulani's killing.
When my cousin passed on, my brother, he confronted him. He confronted because he had that might be linked. He confronted him and he confessed to him, and then they did nothing. He even went to the police station to confess. I don't know what's going on with those statements.
Things did start to look up when Ronni on his own pushed the local police to take Jabulani's case more seriously.
I even arranged a meeting with the station commander, the Daveyton station commander. I didn't want to involve my uncle because I knew I was going to open wounds and stuff. But I pushed them. They even arranged us to get provincial investigators. They did that. They gave a report back with a very positive feedback. But I don't know what went on with that feedback as well, because it was presented to court, because they were just provincial investigators. They brought us the feedback, and then we sent it to the police station. But then I don't think there was anything said about it.
These persons of interest, who intimately occupied the same part of the suburb as father and Ndeni, were, according to what these provincial police officers told Jabulani's family, positively linked to the crime. Again, the SAPS in its official statement to News 24 makes no mention of this particular aspect of the investigation. There's no official confirmation that the main suspect, Mthwakazi, made any confession. According to Jabulani's relatives, the police's case soon ran suspiciously cold, with a painful silence emanating from Daveyton police station down the road.
I also keep asking myself that, how father am I? Did I fail to protect my son or not? And I can't get answers up until today. I've got that question each and every day. Sometimes by that time I was wake up during the night. I feel that I can scream that what's happening with my son? Why my son was like that? So I've seen that maybe the counseling will help me, but I don't think the way I saw my son, it was. I couldn't believe, even today. I couldn't believe.
Traditional healer Mpho tells us that there's usually an even more sinister element to Muti murders.
So murders this gruesome really are, well, I'd like to believe that, the more severe the case, the higher the price, So this is a murder, but also, the targeted area is these genitals and the blood itself. We've known that, when such rituals are performed, it is believed that it's usually the mutilation is done while the person is still alive, so that, when they express that scream, crying out for help or in pain, that's the stronger the ritual it will be, based on that scream. And then they would usually die from the wounds or then be murdered thereafter. But the important thing is to get that scream, because that strengthens the ritual itself.
An aspiring young man born in eMkhondo, who overcame the loss of his mom to build a new life with his dad in a diverse and exciting Daveyton. Murdered and mutilated.
They slaughter my son, which means like my son is like a cow. They slaughter a cow. Nothing is gonna happen.
This concludes part 1 of 3 of the Daveyton Muti Murders, a special News 24 podcast series.
It was just a cool place, until